In 2011, a woman vanished inside a locked cabin. No body, no weapon, no footprints, just a single message recorded at 3:17 a.m. Don't let it in. This is the Lakewood Cabin Murder, a case investigators still cannot explain. For over a decade, the disappearance of Amelia Hayes has been a ghost story whispered among locals and a frustrating blank page in the files of law enforcement. On the morning of October 28, 2011, a park ranger discovered her rental cabin in the heart of Lakewood National Forest. The door was bolted from the inside. Nothing seemed out of place from a distance, just another silent cabin nestled in the misty woods. But what he found inside would trigger one of the most baffling investigations in the state's history. The scene was one of contained chaos. A chair was overturned, a kerosene lamp shattered on the floor, its oil staining the wooden planks. Droplets of blood, later confirmed to be Amelia's, led from the main room to the back window, and then they just stopped. There were no signs of a struggle, no broken windows, and no indication that anyone had forced their way in or out. The lock on the door was undisturbed, a solid steel deadbolt. Investigators were stumped. How could someone vanish from a room locked from within? They combed every inch of the dense forest surrounding the cabin. Search teams, K9 units, and helicopters scoured the area for weeks, but they found nothing. No clothing, no tracks, no trace of Amelia Hayes. It was as if the forest had simply swallowed her whole. Friends and family described Amelia as a meticulous planner, an experienced hiker who loved the solitude of nature but never took unnecessary risks. She had come to Lakewood for a 2-week retreat, a chance to disconnect and write. Her journal, found on the bedside table, was filled with beautiful descriptions of the woods, but the final entries took a dark turn. In the days leading up to her disappearance, her writing became erratic, filled with sketches of strange, elongated figures she claimed to see between the trees at dusk. She wrote about a persistent feeling of being watched, of a sound like scratching on the cabin walls late at night. She dismissed it as the wind, or perhaps an animal, but her fear was palpable on the page. The last entry, written just hours before she vanished, simply read, "It's not the wind." The most chilling piece of evidence was discovered on her phone, found lying face down on the floor, its screen cracked. It was a single, fragmented voice recording. The timestamp was 3:17 a.m. In the recording, you can hear the sound of heavy, panicked breathing, and then Amelia's voice, a desperate, terrified whisper. Don't let it in. After that, there's only static. What was it? And how could it get in when the door was locked? Theories have swirled for years. Some investigators believed it was a meticulously planned abduction, executed by someone with an almost supernatural ability to cover their tracks. Others leaned towards a more practical, albeit grim, explanation. That Amelia, perhaps in a state of paranoia or mental distress, had somehow caused her own disappearance and staged the scene, though they could never explain how or why. Local folklore offered a different perspective. Stories of a shadow in the woods, an ancient entity that guards the forest, have been passed down for generations. They say it can move through walls and takes those who disrespect its domain. Detectives revisited the case file year after year, re-examining the evidence, re-interviewing witnesses who saw her in the days before she went to the cabin. But each path led to the same dead end. The bloodstains told them she was injured, but the amount was not enough to indicate a fatal wound. The locked door defied all logic. The recording on her phone offered a terrifying clue, but no real answers. Every piece of the puzzle only deepened the mystery, creating a picture with a gaping hole in the middle where Amelia Hayes should be. Today, the Lakewood cabin sits empty, boarded up, and reclaimed by the forest. The case remains open, a cold file in a dusty archive, a chilling reminder that sometimes the truth is not just hard to find. It might be something we're not meant to understand. The forest keeps its secrets, and the final moments of Amelia Hayes are one of them. What happened in that cabin at 3:17 a.m.? What was she so afraid of? And the most haunting question of all, did it get in? Thanks for watching. If you find mysteries like this as compelling as we do, make sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the unexplained. Stay safe out there.